Hey, Alicia, ready for another deep dive for vibrations and manifestations?
Absolutely, Jared. I think this one is going to be really interesting. And welcome back, everyone, to Vibrations and Manifestations.
So today we're going to talk about something huge, right? A big, big block for so many people living intentionally. It's this paradox with manifesting.
Mm,
You put in all the work, hours scripting, doing the affirmations, the visualizations. You're really trying to raise your frequency.
trying so hard. Yeah.
And yet the very thing you want just seems to dance away from you,
Mm.
keep avoiding you.
Yeah, that frustration. Gosh, that's such a universal signal, isn't it? We get so focused on the active part, the sending out, the calling in, that whole kind of high vibe hustle thing.
Right.
Oh, we try to be so precise, so aligned that we actually, without meaning to, create this deep resistance, neurologically even.
It's like the harder we grab for it, the more it just slips through our fingers.
Mhm.
And what we see again and again is that the real mastery isn't about shouting louder to the universe.
Yeah.
It's about softening. It's about creating the internal space to actually receive,
Mhm.
shifting into what we're calling receiving mode mastery.
This is definitely the deep dive for you if you feel like you're just running on that hamster wheel of alignment, you know, doing all the right
It's
things.
checking all the boxes.
Exactly. But the outcome, the thing you actually want, it never quite lands.
So let's start with this question because it's really central. What if? What if the desire isn't just close? What if it's actually already here?
Hmm.
Like it's been shining right there in your field the whole time, that perfect opportunity, the clarity you needed, but you've just been too busy, like, fiddling with the dial.
Yeah, too tense, too focused on the effort of tuning it in to actually hear the music.
Right. So it's time to stop that frantic fiddling just for a moment and actually listen. Listen for that underlying signal.
And we're going to interrupt that tension right now. Let's do a breath together. This signals safety straight to your nervous system, so just do this with us wherever you are.
Yeah, just take a slow, really deep inhale through your nose. And as you breathe in, just let this thought land. What if it's already mine?
Good. And now, just gently exhale through your mouth. Let go of any tension you're holding, your jaw, maybe your shoulders. Relax them. And as you breathe out, think. Show me how it unfolds.
That subtle shift, that little recalibration,
Yeah,
that's really the core of allowing, isn't it?
it really is. So now let's open up this channel. Let's really analyze what's going on energetically and neurologically when we stop forcing things and actually start allowing them in.
Okay, let's start with that feeling, that almost season. You need to define that first. It's that stretch of time, where it's just near miss after near miss, like the universe is just dangling carrots.
Oh, I know this one. So relatable. It's like the project collaboration that looks like a done deal, right? And then suddenly, poof, radio
Mhm.
silence.
Yeah, or that brilliant idea you get, you're so excited, feels inspired, and then halfway through writing it down, it just fades. That opportunity shimmers is right there.
And then it's gone, vanished.
And the instinct, the gut reaction in that moment, it's almost always to double down, isn't it?
Totally. You think, oh no, I must not be affirming hard enough, or maybe my vision board needs more pictures,
Well, I need to hustle harder.
Yeah.
We increase the pressure, thinking we're aligning, but we're actually just trying to force the universe's hand.
Yeah, and that forcing energy, it's like turning up the static on a radio. The perfect song your manifestation is playing, it's on the airwaves.
Mhm.
But if you're there, like aggressively twisting the dial back and forth, trying too hard to find it, well, you just get noise. Or you fly right past the station without even hearing it.
You chase the frequency so hard that the effort itself drowns out the sound.
Exactly. You gotta stop fiddling. Realize the music only gets clear when you let the dial settle. Just find the spot and let it be.
I definitely had my own almost season with apartment hunting once. Oh my gosh. It was in this super competitive market.
Ah, the worst.
Right. And I had like 5 places in a row, 5. Where it was
Yeah.
like, this is it. And then
Yep.
rent suddenly jumped up or someone else got it literally seconds before I could apply. It was maddening.
Oh, that kind of repeated disappointment.
Yeah.
It really messes with your energy, doesn't it? It creates this deep sense of doubt, like you're not meant to have it or you're unsafe somehow.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
that feeling, it pushed me right into just robotic effort,
Yeah.
mechanical, started scripting like crazy, like it was homework I had to do perfectly to earn the apartment.
Yeah, trying to convince the universe, which is always coming from tension, right? Not trust.
Totally.
Uh.
And it was exhausting. And guess what? 0 results. Nothing was working.
So what broke the cycle? What was the turning point?
Honestly, just burnout, complete burnout. I was so drained mentally, physically from the whole search. And I just sat down one night and truly surrendered.
Yeah.
I literally said out loud, okay, universe, I'm done hunting like this. I let go. I don't need to control where or when.
Yeah.
Just show me where I belong. And then I just went to bed early.
That surrender, that letting go of the control piece, that's so key.
Huge.
Mhm.
And the next morning, I decided, you know what, forget the online listings for a bit. And I just went for a walk down this quiet little residential street I'd never really explored before. A street I probably would have filtered out normally, thinking it wasn't where the good apartments were.
Uh-huh.
And there it was, tucked in a window, a little handwritten for rent sign, not listed anywhere online, just there.
Yeah.
I called the number, saw it, and got it that day.
Wow. So the insight there is just, wow. The forcing, the mechanical hunting online, it was actually stopping you from taking the simple action, walking down that street that led to the solution.
Exactly, because my focus, my effort was totally locked onto those online listings, that handwritten sign. It wouldn't have even registered if I was still in that frantic mode.
And those previous almost, they weren't failures. They were just placeholders, weren't they? Keeping you in the game just long enough for this perfect unlisted place to become available, which it only did the day before your walk.
Right. My intense focus was acting like a filter, blinding me to the answer that was literally right around the corner.
That totally mirrors this experience I had. This intense frustration around a creative collaboration I really wanted. It felt like a huge career step.
High stakes. Yeah.
Totally. And I was waiting for this one crucial email. And I got into that intense waiting mode, refreshing my inbox like 50 times a day.
Oh, I know that feeling.
And weeks went by. Silence. And my mind just started spiraling into self-doubt. What did I do wrong? Maybe my vibration isn't high enough. All that stuff.
When the desire is that strong, the waiting feels like punishment, doesn't it? The neurological stakes get so high.
Exactly. That classic fear took over, but eventually I couldn't sustain it. I gave up the chase for a weekend, just unplugged completely, focused on things that felt good, laughing with friends, moving my body, just quiet time offline. A total nervous system reset.
Okay, good. And what happened when you finally plugged back in?
Well, the email was there. It had actually arrived days earlier. Yeah. Stuck in some spam filter, buried by an algorithm. You know how it is these days. But here's the really key part, the insight. Because I took that break, I read it when I was grounded and calm, not frantic and desperate. The project had actually shifted a bit during that delay, but because I was settled, I could see the updated opportunity clearly. I could respond with wisdom, not reactivity. If I'd seen it when I was freaking out, I probably would have messed it up.
So what felt like a delay, or maybe even like you'd been rejected, it was actually central processing time.
Yeah.
Time for the external situation to adjust, and for your internal state, your readiness to catch up.
Exactly. The core truth in both our stories, really, is that the universe, the creative process, it responds to readiness. It doesn't respond well to pressure.
Right. The signal, the music, was playing the whole time. We just had to stop messing with the frequency, stop chasing it, and stabilize the receiver ourselves to actually hear it.
Okay, so let's dig into the science here, because it really explains why just stopping the force, just deciding to relax, immediately kicks in our ability to receive. This is where, the spiritual side and the neuroscience stuff really click together.
Yeah, I love this part. So when we consciously decide, okay, I'm going to stop pushing, when we relax our body, maybe drop our shoulders, take that deeper breath, we're sending a really powerful message, like an instant memo, to the oldest part of our brain.
And that message is, I am safe. And that is the critical first step. It starts the whole shift in our neurological state.
Because when you're tense, when you're striving, when you're trying to micromanage an outcome, your brain reads that effort as danger, or at least survival stress.
Right. It flips the switch on the sympathetic nervous system. That classic fight or flight response kicks in. And when you're in fight mode, what happens? Your focus narrows right down, your perception literally contracts. Your body's ready for a fight, not for open collaboration with the universe. And this protective state is directly linked to something called the Reticular Activating System, the RAS.
Okay, tell us about the RAS.
So the RAS is this network of neurons deep in your brainstem. Think of it like a gatekeeper for information. It has to filter the insane amount of sensory input hitting you every single second.
Billions of bits of data, right?
Exactly. And it only lets through what it decides is important based on your current state and beliefs.
So if your subconscious, maybe fueled by that stress of forcing things, believes, oh, this thing I want is really hard to get, or I'm probably going to fail at this.
Then the RAS actually interprets the search for the solution, the desire itself, as part of the threat. It literally becomes a filter of non-reception for anything that contradicts that difficulty.
Wow. Okay. So it's like,
Yeah,
if you believe it's hard, your brain actively filters out evidence that it could be easy.
pretty much. Work by people like Daniel Goleman talks about attention filtering. When we're emotionally stressed, our brain literally shuts down our capacity for wide-ranging peripheral attention. The RAS only tags information related to the immediate threat.
Looking at my own almost season with apartment hunting, one story. My own RAS was so hyper-focused on online listings because that's where the threat or the problem seemed to be.
Right. It tagged that handwritten sign on a totally different street as just background noise.
Yeah.
Irrelevant data, not part of the mission.
Even though it was the actual solution. So the path might be right there, totally visible, but if your attention is filtered through tension, your RAS literally edits out the answer. It makes it invisible to your conscious mind. That's powerful.
It's incredibly powerful, but the flip side is just as powerful. When you soften, when you achieve that state of emotional safety, you shift into what neuroscientists call receptive state cognition.
Okay.
And suddenly, that filter widens right up. The RAS starts tagging things differently, opportunities, synchronicities, potential solutions. It starts marking those as relevant and safe to notice.
So the path appears. Not because the universe suddenly paved it, but because your internal operating system finally gave itself permission to see the reality that was already there.
Exactly. And this is where that spiritual framework, like Abraham Hicks talking about the art of letting it in, it lines up perfectly with the science of our nervous system. And a huge player here is the vagus nerve.
Ah, yes, the vagus nerve. Explain that connection.
Okay, so the vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve we have. It runs all the way from the brainstem down through the chest into the abdomen. It influences heart rate, digestion, but critically for us, it governs our state of either connection or protection. Dr. Stephen Porges's polyvagal theory maps this out beautifully.
So when we're forcing, we're in that sympathetic fight or flight mode. That means our vagal tone is low, signaling stress.
Right. But when we deliberately do things like take a deep, slow breath or consciously relax our body, we activate what's called the ventral vagal complex. That's the branch of the vagus nerve linked with feeling safe, social engagement, connection, calm.
And that shift from sympathetic fight-flight to parasympathetic rest, digest, connect. That's the biological switch for opening the receiving channel.
Precisely. It's not just a nice feeling. It's a measurable neurological event. Andrew Huberman talks a lot about things like the physiological sigh, how we can use our breath to instantly improve vagal tone, reduce stress, and doing that directly increases our cognitive access to solutions. We literally think better when we're calm.
So the spiritual idea of allowing isn't just woo-woo. It's actually a physical instruction we give our entire biological system, from the vagus nerve right up to the RAS filter, telling it, hey, it's safe now. You can open up. You can perceive and accept abundance.
Yes. It's not about giving up. It's about giving your whole system the space it needs to function optimally.
And that optimal function is the receptive state, where your attention is broad, your thinking is clear, and the solutions that are already available finally get prioritized by your brain. They pop out.
Okay, so let's make this really practical. Let's translate this amazing mechanism into stuff you can do right now. This next part is interactive.
Yeah, grab a metaphorical tool belt. We're going to actually demonstrate these shifts so you can feel what we've just been talking about. Follow along with us.
And we'll keep the pace slow and instructive for these exercises so you can really engage your nervous system.
All right, first up, the allowance breath. This is for immediate vagal regulation. We'll do the phrase and the breath together 3 times.
Ready? Inhale slowly, deeply through your nose. Really fill your belly, your diaphragm. As the air comes in, just think, what if it's already mine?
Good. Now, a gentle long exhale through your mouth. Just let the air go, release any tightness, and think, show me how it unfolds.
Yes. Let's do that again. Second time. Deep inhale through the nose. Feel that sense of expanding safety. What if it's already mine?
And exhale gently through your mouth, letting go of the need to control how it happens. Show me how it unfolds.
Okay, one more time now. Deepest breath yet. Inhale, really receive that clarity. What if it's already mine?
And a full, complete exhale, affirming your trust in the timing. Show me how it unfolds.
Okay, Just notice that physical shift, that little bit of settling, that ease in your chest. That is your vagus nerve literally confirming, okay, we flipped the switch from protection to connection. In that moment, you just expanded your RES filter. You widened your perception.
Okay, second tool. This one's a quick cognitive exercise. It helps override the brain's habit of focusing on what's missing.
Yeah. So if you can, maybe grab a piece of paper or your phone's Notes app.
Yeah.
Or just hold these ideas clearly in your mind. That works too.
What we're doing here is reframing. We're showing your subconscious that you are actually receiving things all the time, effortlessly. So think of, or jot down, 10 things, they can be tiny or big, that have come into your life easily, without you forcing it, or scripting for it, or struggling.
Like maybe a friend texted you right when you were thinking about them or needed support, or the sun came out when rain was forecast. Maybe you got an unexpected discount somewhere, or just a really good idea popped into your head while you were, I don't know, washing dishes.
Yeah, little things, or big things. Just take a few moments. Find 10 pieces of evidence that things flow to you.
Okay, now look at that list. Or just hold those 10 things in your mind. Read them slowly. Really acknowledge them. By focusing on this evidence, you're literally training your RES. You're reinforcing the neural pathway that says, hey, receiving is normal for me. Flow and ease are already happening.
It shows your system that receiving just needs your permission to expand into other areas of your life too. It's already there.
All right, tool number 3.
This one's about active permission, inspired by some classic affirmation practices, really. Think of it as writing yourself a permission slip. Hold the thought, or even write down the phrase, I allow.
And then follow that starter phrase with the quality or the feeling or the outcome that you feel like you've been pushing for or forcing. We're shifting the energy now from demanding it to just inviting it in.
So for example, it might be, I allow clarity to find me easily.
Or maybe, I allow the right kind of support to show up now.
Or maybe, I allow my next step forward to feel light and really obvious.
If you can, say these lines out loud. Just try one. Feel that difference in your body, in your energy. When you shift from asking for something, which kind of implies you don't have it, to allowing it, which implies you're just opening the door for what's already arriving.
It's like vibrational consent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just saying yes to what's already circling. This is simple, but it's really profound. Intentional openness.
Okay, so we've got these tools, but let's talk about that tricky spot. The trap that so many of us fall into, especially if you're really committed to this work. It's when alignment itself starts to feel like a job, a chore.
The alignment job trap.
Yes.
This is when you find yourself micromanaging every single thought, every emotion, feeling this constant pressure to stay high vibe all day, every day.
Yeah, and every time you have a negative thought, you panic, thinking, oh no, I've ruined my vibration, gotta fix it, quick.
Right, like you're stacking affirmations like sandbags, trying to hold back this imaginary flood of failure, that straining, that effort. It's completely counterproductive. It is the energy of resistance, not reception.
So step 1 in our debug mode here is catch the forcing energy. You have to become like a detective about the physical signs in your own body.
What does forcing feel like? Usually it's a tight body, right? Clenched jaw is a big one for me. Shoulders creeping up towards your ears. Your breath gets shallow, kind of stuck in your chest.
And even when you are thinking positive thoughts, there's this underlying tone of strain. Like you're trying really hard to convince yourself.
If you notice that, you have to pause.
Yeah.
Just stop the action for a second and check the motivation. Ask yourself these debugging questions.
Yeah.
Like, am I doing this next thing, this affirmation, this visualization, this action step? Am I doing it to feel genuinely connected and available? Or am I doing it because I'm scared of feeling disconnected or like I'm doing it wrong?
That's a key distinction. And another good one. Am I trying to manage this moment, really control it? Or am I willing to just relax into the uncertainty of it, just be with what is?
If you sense that pressure, that need to manage and control, pause. Because the fundamental truth here is you cannot grip and receive at the same time. It's impossible.
Gripping is resistance. Receiving requires open hands, open energy.
Which leads us perfectly into step 2, the 60-second reset. This is such a powerful, fast tool. It uses breath science to basically hit the off switch on that sympathetic stress response. We're interrupting the cycle.
Okay, so wherever you are, just stop any mechanical movement for a minute, soften your gaze, just let your eyes relax. Or close them completely if that feels safe and comfortable. We're going to use that physiological side technique again because it's so effective.
All right, take a deep inhale through your nose, really fill up, and then don't exhale yet. Take a second, shorter sip of air right on top of the first one. Fill your lungs all the way.
Okay, hold that double inhale for just a beat. Notice the peak, the stillness right there.
Now, exhale slowly, audibly through your mouth. Let it be a real sigh of release. Let all the air out. Empty completely.
Let's do that one more time. Double inhale through the nose. Deep breath, then another little sip on top. Fill right up.
Hold it.
And now, a long, slow exhale through the mouth. Really let go of that residual carbon dioxide that builds up when we're tense.
Good. Now for the next maybe 30 seconds or so. Just let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Don't force it. Just allow your mind to kind of air out. You're not trying to achieve perfect silence. Just let go of the need to control the thoughts.
Maybe notice the quiet sounds around you, the feeling of the chair or the floor supporting you. Just be present, this quiet, unguarded state. This is what receiving mode feels like. It's calm, it's centered, it's available, because you just biologically flipped the safety switch back on.
Okay, so once that minute or even just so many seconds is up, before you jump back into action, we move to step 3, check the motivation behind the action. Super important step before you re-engage.
Right. Ask yourself again, okay, the next thing I was about to do, is it coming from trust now? Does it feel kind of light, maybe even obvious? Or is it still coming from tension? Does it feel heavy, like an obligation, or like I still have to convince myself?
And you got to choose the path of trust, even if that means doing nothing for a bit. Sometimes the most inspired, aligned action is sending that email, making that call, creating that thing. But other times, the highest alignment is putting the phone down, closing the laptop, and taking a nap because your body needs rest. Both are alignment as long as they come from that place of ease, not force.
Yeah, that's where we break that cycle of, I've already put so much effort in, I have to keep pushing. No. If it feels heavy and forced, it's not the aligned path right now.
Exactly. And finally, step 4 in our debug mode. Rewrite the moment. We have to consciously retrain that inner critic, that internal monologue, to reflect this new state of allowance.
So when that sneaky thought pops up, like, ooh, why isn't this working for me yet? Gently catch it and pivot. Replace it with something like, I wonder what kind of preparation is happening behind the scenes right now.
Or when you feel that pressure building, oh no, I have to fix my vibration, I messed up.
Yeah.
Shift that energy. Replace it with, actually, I know I'm already tuned in. I'm just allowing the volume to rise naturally as I relax and become more available.
These little micro shifts in your internal language, they send signals straight to your RAS. They tell it, threat neutralized. It's safe now. Widen the filter. Let the good stuff in.
Yeah. So remember this as your integration cue. Anytime you catch yourself trying to overmanage your energy, your schedule, the universe's timeline, just take one deep breath, use that physiological sigh, and affirm. I'm not manifesting through control. I'm manifesting through connection. Alignment isn't something you have to rigidly maintain. It's a state you simply allow yourself to return to.
Beautiful. Okay, to really anchor this feeling, this embodied sense of receptive safety deep into your system, let's close our deep dive today with a guided visualization.
Yeah, this is designed to make that feeling of allowing really tangible, really physical. It helps integrate the understanding we've built.
So find a place where you can settle in again. Get comfortable. If it feels right and it's safe for you, gently close your eyes. Or you can just soften your gaze, maybe resting it on a point nearby that isn't too distracting.
Okay, let's start with a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale this time through your mouth, really imagine you're setting down a heavy weight. The weight of every expectation, every deadline, every single thought that doesn't serve this state of ease right now. Just let it go.
The little muscles in your face soften, release any grip in your hands, allow your body to feel fully supported by the surface beneath you. Just sink in.
Step 1, entering the scene. Now, begin to visualize. Imagine yourself standing gently, easily, at the base of a beautiful golden waterfall.
The light here isn't harsh. It's soft and warm, maybe like a sunrise. It shimmers with pure, effortless abundance, and the sound, it's not overwhelming. It's a steady, soothing rhythm, like the endless, peaceful breath of the earth, constant flow.
Notice the gentle, cool mist from the waterfall on your skin. Perhaps you feel smooth, cool stone beneath your bare feet, grounding you. This entire space feels utterly safe, utterly present. This is the place where everything you've ever asked for has already gathered, just waiting for you to be available to receive it.
Step 2, letting go of resistance. Take another slow, easy breath in. And as you exhale this time, really focus on releasing any tiny bits of tension you might still be holding on to. Maybe in your brow, your stomach, tension you didn't even realize was there. Just let it melt away. Let your hands uncurl naturally. Let your shoulders drop down.
Now visualize that warm, golden water beginning to cascade gently over the top of your head. Feel it flowing down your body. It's warm, comforting, washing away any lingering energy of striving or rushing. Feel it flow down your back over your shoulders.
Allow your whole body to become completely open to this gentle flow. You don't need to brace against it or defend yourself. You're simply allowing this beautiful light to permeate your being.
Step 3, the flow of receiving. Imagine that every single drop of this golden light represents something wonderful flowing to you. Clarity, love, well-being, inspiration, opportunity, flowing effortlessly. These energies recognize you now because you've become available, you've softened.
There's absolutely no need to reach up or grasp or grab at this water. Just simply open your palms facing upward slightly and just let it pour through you effortlessly. Feel that warmth filling your heart space, expanding outwards through your chest, feeling your capacity for joy and acceptance just naturally growing.
Feel this golden light flowing down your arms now, all the way through your fingertips. Feel every cell in your body lighting up with this simple, profound understanding. I don't have to chase anything. It has always been flowing toward me. Now I'm just letting it in.
Except for integration. Take one more deep, anchoring breath now. Feel that golden light not just flowing over you, but feel it settling inside you. A quiet, warm resonance deep within your core.
And now, softly in your mind, or perhaps whispering aloud if you like, just affirm these simple truths.
I allow it to be easy.
I allow what's ready for me to reach me now.
I am safe to receive.
Just let those words gently sync up with your own quiet, steady heartbeat. Feel the truth of it. Receiving is your natural state. It's your easy, inherent rhythm.
Step 5, returning. Now, very gently, begin to bring your awareness back to the physical sensations in the room. Notice any sounds around you again. Feel the solid support of the floor or the chair beneath you. Know that this golden light, this feeling of receptive calm, stays with you. It's a quiet hum of safety within.
Take one final, conscious inhale, breathing in gratitude for this moment, this reset, this connection.
And as you exhale, let go of anything else that no longer fits this clear, tuned-in frequency you've just established. Any lingering tension, any doubt, just let it drift away. When you feel ready, gently open your eyes.
Just remember that feeling. You weren't waiting for your desires to show up out of nowhere. You simply allowed yourself, your whole system, to recognize them and neurologically to accept them as safe and available.
That was lovely. Such a powerful recalibration. Okay, so let's just quickly bring the key points together as you ease back into your day, carrying that feeling with you.
Yeah, so we really confirmed today that the quiet power isn't in the pushing, it's in the receiving. That allowing state activates your parasympathetic nervous system.
Right, which widens your perception filter, that RAS we talked about. So you can actually notice the good stuff, the opportunities that were maybe invisible before because of the stress filter.
And we reframe those frustrating almost moments They're not failures. They're signals that readiness is building, but the forcing energy needs to drop away first so that timing can click perfectly into place.
And we showed you how simple tools like that allowance breath or the 60-second reset with the physiological sigh,
Yeah.
how they immediately engage your vagus nerve. They biologically shift you out of tension and into connection, out of protection into reception.
So your integration practice for this week, it's powerful because it's so simple. Just notice. Track maybe 3 moments every day where something good, something helpful, something desired came to you without you having to force it or struggle for it.
Yeah, look for that evidence of alignment already happening. Did someone offer help right when you needed it? Say yes. Did you find yourself just lingering for an extra moment, enjoying something beautiful? Allow that. Did an opportunity pop up that feels surprisingly easy? Let it be easy.
Maybe jot those moments down, because seeing that concrete evidence really helps to quickly override those old subconscious beliefs about things having to be hard. It teaches your RAS that ease is actually normal for you.
And if this deep dive resonated, if it helped clear some static for you, maybe share it with someone you know who seems to be white-knuckling their way towards their goals right now.
Yeah, and remember, you can always listen back to this, especially the exercises or the visualization, anytime you feel that familiar gripping energy start to creep back in. Just hit reset.
So today, we really focused on clearing the channel, establishing that clear receptive signal. Next time, we're going to dive into how to translate that clear signal into focused, inspired magnetic action.
Ooh, yes. We'll be exploring the magnetic, yes. Really analyzing how your intuition becomes this incredibly reliable inner compass, especially once that receiving channel is wide open.
So remember this as you go about your week. All that energy you might have been scattering by chasing and pushing, it comes home. It centers within you when you stop the chase. Alignment isn't about constantly reaching outward. It's about becoming fully available right where you are.
Yeah, what you're seeking. It truly isn't hiding from you. It's just waiting patiently for you to stop chasing it and simply start receiving it.
Until next time, stay in that beautiful receiving mode.
You already tuned in.